Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 66 of the Sorta Interesting podcast and our very first video podcast. You can see Myles Darling's beautiful face there. I am your host. My name is Christian Patton with the Semen Demon, the medical doctor himself, Myles Darling, my co-host as always.
Best introductions. I love you.
I need to change it up. This is the same thing I've been using for like the past two. I got to come up with better ones. But listen, everybody.
I am the Semen Demon.
Our very first video podcast, Myles, for this new audience that we're reaching out on YouTube, where can they find our podcast? Please tell them.
SortaInteresting.com. That's where that's the hub.
That's
where
our
you
home.
can find everything.
Of course.
All of our shit is distributed from there. Our backlog of podcasts from the past and our Patreon too. Patreon.com/SortaInteresting.
I'm going to tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't give $1, at least $1, I'm going to send Myles Darling to your house during Halloween and take every piece of candy up out of there, but leave the Twizzlers because nobody likes fucking Twizzlers.
And the Tootsie Rolls. I don't really care for Tootsie Rolls at all. So
he's gonna come at you with a fucking full prong, just come into your house, leave Tootsie Rolls, but it's not gonna be Tootsie poop wrapped in the Tootsie Roll wrapper. You could find our podcasts on iTunes, not iTunes. What is it? You can find it on Spotify. That's for sure.
It's the podcast app now.
Apple Podcasts.
And it's been like that for a while.
Google Podcasts, anywhere.
Man.
Anywhere where podcasts are distributed. Again, patreon.com/sortainteresting. We don't want to work day jobs anymore. Please give us at least $1.
No, represent.
Myles Darling, today we are reviewing, starting our review of the Oceans trilogy, starting with Oceans 11. Everybody,
I am so excited.
I am very excited too. That's been our thing since like we've known each other. The Oceans trilogy. Yeah. We've been quoting that forever. Such a low key trilogy. Nobody really talks about it anymore.
It's all three movies kept the same director and have the same tempo, the same. Yeah, Steven Soderbergh. He's directed all three.
Okay, yeah.
And in case you don't know, he is most notably known for the Oceans trilogy, a couple episodes of King of the Hill, I guess.
Yeah, I saw that on his IMDb. I was like, what the fuck? That's so random.
Aaron Brockovich. And
that's what Julia Roberts as well.
Yep.
Brockovich.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
And probably most notably, and probably his best work, Magic Mike.
Magical Michael. He also did Traffic and Solaris.
Oh, he did. That's
Solaris with George Clooney in it. So it's just a reunion here. Let's get into some production details here, Myles. Release date December 7th, 2001. What a year for movies, 2001. Same year as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Not a good year for Towers.
Oh, shit. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and Shrek. God, just four bangers, including this movie. Runtime, a very crisp and breezy 1 hour, 57 minutes. It's just the absolute best length ever for a movie. That length.
It did not even feel like an hour.
It didn't feel like it at all, right? That's my favorite length.
The tempo was good. They just keep going. There's always something going. There's like a twist and turn there.
Very rarely do movies need to be over 2 hours, in my opinion. Director Steven Soderbergh, already talked about that. Writer Ted Griffin directed a bunch of other heist movies. He directed Matchstick Men with Nicolas Cage and Sam Rockwell, and Tower Heist. Didn't watch that one. That's the one with Ben Stiller and I think Eddie Murphy. That was him trying to recreate that magic again with Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy in 2011. Where the fuck has Eddie Murphy been? Haven't seen him since the Shrek movies. Budget of $85 million. Box office $450 million. Cleaned up at the box office.
That's great.
Myles, what was your initial thoughts before we get into the plot rundown here?
Come on.
That's all I gotta say. Just come on. What a movie. What a trilogy in general.
It's so good. I love it. From the first time watching it.
When was the first time you did watch it? Did you watch it in the movie theater? I don't remember any of these coming out in the movie theater, to be honest.
I don't either. I didn't watch. I'm gonna level with you. I didn't watch Ocean's 11 until after I watched Ocean's 12.
Whoa, you watched Ocean's 12 first?
Because I didn't know what it was.
It's supposed to be a remake.
The
original had like the Rat Pack in it. Didn't watch it. Didn't care. Whatever.
Yeah, with Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, Sammy.
And one other guy.
I think Dino. What's his name?
Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole Rat Pack. But
I don't care about that one because it probably sucks anyways compared to this one. But
That's like what, the
initial
60s?
reaction,
Yeah, who cares?
yeah, initial reaction was great. I loved it. I mean, it's all
What a
through and
movie.
through. It's just great. I'm so glad we're doing this.
Oh man, ew. Yeah, I didn't watch
So,
any
what
of them
about
in the
you?
movie theaters, but instantly fell in love with this series. I think my mom actually showed me the DVD. She was like this, and I said, "It's give me more heist movies." I loved it.
She did the Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna love the way this movie goes. And then yeah, just the way they explain things and go into depth about their plans, how they show like everybody how they have their specialist jobs every time they cut to like a certain character. I'm like, they need to have more of these moments. I fucking love those moments. It really fully immerses you into those into the heist. It's like, oh, maybe this is actually doable. When they get into details about what they're actually doing, I'm like, give me some ideas. And you know, there have been some heist movies before and continue to be, like maybe Heat is another movie, like a heist movie, but this is hands down the best heist movie of all time. Like
It is.
all three of these movies, the best heist movies of all time.
I know the one that came out recently, Knives Out was pretty good, right?
Was that-
But that
was
wasn't really much a
that
heist
was
movie
kind
as
of,
much.
it
Oh,
was
Logan
more-
Lucky is another heist movie that Steven Soderbergh
Oh, I didn't
actually
watch that one.
directed. Yeah, that one has Adam Driver, Daniel Craig,
right.
and a couple other people, but that's a heist movie too. I wouldn't say it's a great heist movie, but
I think every other heist movie after this movie was trying to capture that same magic, because they all follow the same formula, right? They get a team
only
together,
ones-
everybody has their own special jobs, and then you know whatever happens, they do it or they
the
don't.
only ones that have ever been able to really like be as good are the same Oceans 12 and 13. And
yeah, exactly. Everybody's
yeah.
trying to capture that magic, especially with the actors as well, with Clooney and Brad Pitt. That chemistry they have. Are you kidding me? What a fucking cast they have in this all-star cast.
I think a lot of people where they fail is they just like they throw the big names in there and they think that's gonna
Ben
draw
Stiller,
them,
Eddie Murphy.
right?
Who the fuck? Who cares about Ben Stiller? I mean, I love both of them, but together,
Love them both.
I don't know if that melts together.
Oh,
This
no,
all-star
no.
cast is something
Then no Beverly
special
Hills
in
Cop.
these three movies. But yeah, the cast in this was almost like the Avengers coming together, right? At that time, these were the biggest Hollywood stars, still to this day, the biggest Hollywood stars at the time. You know, Clooney, Pitt, and Damon alone is just out of this world. Whenever I do think about this movie, I'm like, fuck, I still can't believe all three of them were in the same movie. But I guess today, Myles is going to be doing a little plot rundown. So for any of you guys who have never seen our podcast or heard our podcast before, we usually do a little initial reactions, do a quick, maybe it doesn't matter if it's quick or not, a little plot rundown, and then give our afterthoughts about it, and then maybe we actually rank them as well. But today there's nothing to rank, there's only one. So
There's only one.
whenever you're ready, Myles, let's get a little plot rundown going.
Yeah, Christian's really good at this, so I'm gonna do my
okay.
best. I'm a little rough around the edges here,
Let's take good notes.
but we start Ocean's 11 with the Silver Fox himself.
Oh my god, right away, dude. His
Right away.
fucking hair in this this man's hair is not to be fucked with. Okay, it's perfectly combed. It's like salt and pepper, like the perfect amount of salt and pepper.
Perfect amount.
I'm like, man, this guy's still
That just for men.
still
Come
got
on.
it. This is
Silver
peak.
Fox himself.
Pete
He's sitting
Clooney.
in front of a group of people. This is George Clooney, by the way, Danny Ocean. And if you haven't realized, Ocean's 11 is named after Danny Ocean.
Daniel Ocean.
Daniel Ocean. He's sitting in front of a group of people. I don't know what they're called, but they're basically like his board of people.
I think it's
interviewing him.
parole officer.
Yeah.
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, deciding whether or not he should be released. They're asking him questions like, "Are you gonna do this again?
What's your favorite color?
Are you high right now? Do you love this shit?"
And he's like, of course not. I would never think about
I
it.
would
No.
Never.
He's just so calm about it. He's like,
I love it. It's just the way he looks too. It's just he just oozes charisma.
where
and,
do you
like,
get that hair
confidence.
product in jail? I mean, his hair is perfectly combed.
I feel like they should name it after him. The Clooney. The Clune. Okay, maybe not.
Ocean Breeze, maybe.
Oh my god. You're amazing. All right.
Winking at the camera.
Yeah, just for men, give him a call. He's released. Big whoop. If he stayed in jail, it'd been the end of the movie.
Right.
Meets up in Vegas with his boy Ramon.
Ramon, man, rest in peace to Bernie Mac. By the way,
Yeah.
it's still so weird to me that he's gone. If it's been like over 10 years, I think that.
He looks so good in this
I
movie
know,
too.
man. It's such a crazy thing that he's gone. And
Yeah, Ramon, that's his alias. His real
Right.
name in the movie is Frank, but you may know him as Bernie Mac, aka Mr. 3000.
B-Mac. Oh, Mr.
Rest in
3000. God, what a
Wow.
movie, Mr.
I
3000.
love that.
God,
God, Bernald Mac.
one of the original kings of comedy, man.
They have a little chit chat, little I don't know you, don't talk to me right now, I'm fucking working.
My name is Ramon. He's
And
like,
he's
"Oh,
like,
sorry about
I
that,
don't do
Ramon."
that. I don't do that. I'm out.
And George Clooney in this scene, he's just so charming. It looks like he's flirting with the dealer, but he's really not. He's just got like a little smirk on his face, like, yeah. Dealer takes the pot or
makes you
whatever. How do
feel
you play games?
comfortable.
I don't know, but
It makes you feel comfortable.
he looks like he's about to fall in love with the dealer, but that's just his normal thing.
Yep. We meet Rusty,
Oh, Brad Pitt's character, right?
Brad Pitt character. We're back in LA. He's in front of the Capitol Records tower.
Oh, right.
He's one of the many times that we meet Brad Pitt's character, he's eating.
A man
eating
after my
something,
own heart. Just
and it looks so good the
always
way he's
eating.
eating something,
Yeah. And he's
Silage,
he's so skinny. It's like, what? You could see like his like jaw muscles every time.
Yeah,
Like, how
the
do I get to
striations
that?
in the jaw.
How do I
like,
get to
how?
that level?
How?
They're skinny, and then there's Brad Pitt skinny, where
That's
you
like
see
sub
every muscle.
10% body fat club or some shit like that. Anyways, he meets Topher Grace, his character. I don't know his character's name. I forgot.
I think he just plays himself here. Yeah, because he calls him Topher.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
He plays himself. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because he's like a big name in here, a star, and he's trying to teach. Rusty is teaching these gentlemen at the table and one woman who
Yes. So I have a little
charmed.
little trivia. Yeah. So when Brad Pitt's character Rusty is teaching the teen idols to play poker, all of the actors are actual teen idols who were at the time starring in popular TV shows. So we got Holly Mary Combs. You just said Charmed. Topher Grace, That 70s Show. Joshua Jackson from Dawson's Creek. Joshua
Yes.
Jackson, by the way, you know who he was dating. Dating Diane Kruger for a long time. Then we got Barry Watson from Seventh Heaven. And then this one I don't know. Shane West of Once and Again. I don't know what that is. That's the guy from a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, though. He's the guy with the big rifle, and he's got the long hair and shit.
Yeah, that's I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he was in Nikita.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. But yeah, they all just look like a bunch of douchebags. They're all like
They
wearing
do.
like leather jackets and shit with their rings and earrings. I'm like,
Pretentious
all
as
right,
fuck.
guys. All right, let's take it easy.
He's trying to teach him how to play 5-card draw, which I actually just learned how to play. It's not hard at all. It's really
just
fun.
poker, right? I mean, it's just
Yeah,
normal
it's just
poker.
it's a form of poker.
I never been
Exactly.
good at that one though. I want Texas
Yeah.
Hold'em, man, myself.
They have 5-card draw. They have 7-card draw. Anyways, they're all trash as fuck. Rusty is just like I have no idea why I'm
So
doing this, dude.
Topher Grace, he has that scene where he's like, guys, all reds. And he puts it down, and they're all different like suits. I'm like, and then Brad Pitt's like, oh, fucking Christ, these guys never fucking play poker a day in their
Oh
lives.
man, you get your girl charmed at the table.
Dude, she's
just
hot, man. God.
Something else. Rusty leaves, comes back. Now your boy Danny Ocean is at the table.
Dude, with that
Where he came
black
from, I
turtleneck.
don't know.
Black
Yep,
turtleneck
that's
looking amazing.
slate black. There's the sexual tension is so high between Rusty and Danny right now. You can cut it with a knife.
Just call him Brad and George. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're just that close of friends.
Boy
We just
George.
call him-
I love it.
Call him Brad and George. No problem.
So that whole lesson ends and they leave. Rust and Ocean leave and begin to talk about the heist.
Yeah, they go
This
to
is-
that Chinese restaurant or whatever, and their chemistry here is just
It's so
perfect
good.
throughout this
That's-
whole movie.
I have this right here too.
It's
The
so
chemistry
fucking good.
between them is so great. The way that they are finishing each other's
Yes.
like thoughts and shit.
It's so
just-
natural.
it's
I
so
love it.
perfect. And they keep it throughout the movie, so
Yeah.
it's great. They haven't seen each other in a long time, obviously.
Get the cookies I
Ocean's been
sent.
there. The target for this heist, the vault at the Bellagio that gets fed in money from the MGM Grand, the Mirage, and the Bellagio.
Wait, Did you say Bellagio twice?
I did. Bellagio and the Mirage.
Mirage. Yeah, Mirage.
That's
There you
what I
go.
said. Yeah. The victim, Terry Benedict.
Terry Benedict. What a great villain name.
Played by
Andy Garcia. Yeah.
Andy Garcia. There you go. And he looks like the American. Who's the guy from The Gentleman? No, not The Gentleman. God damn. What's that? Never mind. Anyways, we'll come back to that. He explains, not in detail, but about the heist. But we get back to Vegas and we meet with Ruben. Ruben, your boy.
Oh, right. Oh, wait, hold on. Before that, we have that blueprint scene, right, where they're discussing like where to go, and then I think George Clooney's character is like, we need to put a team together. And Brad Pitt's like, fuck, we're gonna need a lot of people, and he starts mentioning like these certain like code names for different parts of the team that they need. And I have a trivia fact here. So he says we're gonna need a Boski. Which is played by Saul's character. This is a reference to Ivan Boski, a big-time trader on Wall Street who got caught committing security fraud. The con is about a wealthy bankroller who has inside information. And then he mentions a Jim Brown. This one I don't understand, though. Jim Brown, the confrontation between Frank Catton and Linus Caldwell's staged to distract Terry Benedict so that Linus can lift the security codes to the vault, named for the famous American football player Jim Brown. He mentions we need a Miss Daisy, which is the SWAT vehicle used as the getaway car from the movie title, Driving Miss Daisy. Then he mentions two Jethros, which is a Beverly Hillbillies reference, which are played by the Bash Brothers, which means a hillbilly gearhead type kind of guys. And then he mentions a Leon Spinks, which the disruption of the boxing match later that we see. This refers to the surprise victory of Leon Spinks over Muhammad Ali. Then my favorite one right here. This is the most inside baseball like phrase that he said. He says we need the biggest Ella Fitzgerald ever, which means which is a reference to the looped tape of the robbery that has played over Benedict's security system, which is a reference to a 1970s commercial for Memorex, in which a recording of Ella Fitzgerald's voice breaks a glass and the question is posed to the viewer, is it live or is it Memorex? I was like, oh fuck, what a fucking super inside like joke that they have. Like, I don't even know how
Memorex, the old CD brand.
Yeah, the old CDs. I'm like, how do they even come up with these things? Ella Fitzgerald. Oh my god. But I just love that whole scene. How they're like just talking in code and they don't even explain anything. I'm like, all right, it's just heist shit. Just gangster ass heist shit. I don't know what it is.
See, that's what you get when you get somebody doing like some trivia. You get somebody just doing a plot rundown. You get that, and you learn a few things here and there. You know, I've seen this movie a dozen times, and it just
this is my first time reading about this. I'm like, oh, I just thought they were just talking shit, but actually means something.
So yeah, after that we get to we meet Ruben.
It was Ross's dad from Friends. Oh, if you remember?
Right. That's right. Oh my god, he's such a dweeb in there
with his fucking robe all out and his
dude. That robe was nice.
His hair and shit. Yeah,
his house.
I don't know, man. It's a nice house.
Primo.
Yeah.
That's in Vegas. We're back in Vegas. He tells them their idea and how they plan on doing this bank heist or this bank style heist, and of course he tells them it's a bad idea. It's impossible.
And they have those,
get up.
They have those like flashbacks of everybody robbing the casinos before, and in the background they have that song of Papa Loves Mama.
Oh, that's
Mama loves Papa.
No, the last one where
it was the last got one.
Outside.
But take my breath away. What a great song. And they have that one guy who gets fucking just knocked the fuck out by that nightstick. He's just like, ha! And they like stops it.
Yeah, tube and shit. Dude, I love that. So those are the three closest bank robberies he was talking about. He's like, so basically it's impossible. You can't do this. All right, that's fine. They get up, they get ready to leave. Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna be robbing Terry Benedict.
All right. And they played him. They played Ruben like a fucking fiddle. They knew what was gonna happen. Oh god, it's okay. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
His nipples erect, penis hard. So they just reel him in like a fish they've had baited on the line for hours. You know, this 300-pound tuna. He's in. Oh God, what's going on here?
It's okay. Just keep going. Just fight through it.
Ruben's in. Now we get the team. Avengers Assemble.
Assemble, everybody.
Assemble.
God.
I brought that here. Avengers Assemble.
I just love when they start going like into different characters and their individual skills, and it's great.
I love it because they start going. Yeah, they go through it, and then you get like these whole like videos of them like doing their certain things, just like where they're at now. Like how we get the Malloy brothers. The Malloy.
I think the Malloy brothers. Yeah, one of them is Scott Conn, who is James Caan's son, and the other one is Casey Affleck, of course, brother of Ben Affleck.
So we got I call Scott Conn's Cole Calhoun.
He does look like him. Oh my God,
Angel.
he does with that
He's
freaking that
with the
goatee.
Diamondbacks. Yep. I got Cole Calhoun and Lil Affleck. We get Frank, who you met him
real quick. Those two twins, or they're supposed to be twins. Those two brothers have great chemistry too. They're like
they do too.
They're almost up there with George and Brad because
dude, just their bickering.
Yeah, they really do sound like they're pissing each other off every time, and it's fucking
just
hilarious.
like brothers.
I love them.
Like brothers. Too.
They're great.
It's
together.
amazing. Cole Calhoun, Lil Affleck. We got Frank, who's who you already met. He's
Bernie Mac. Yeah.
Bernie Mac. We have Livingston Dell, who is technology expert.
Oh yeah. That's his full name, Livingston. I thought his name was Linus. Oh no, Linus. Linus is Matt Damon's character.
That's Matt Damon's character. Yeah, okay. Eddie Jemison is Livingston Dell.
I thought that guy was the weakest character out of all of them, to be honest. But
yeah.
He does play that nervous IT guy pretty well, but he was just the weakest guy.
Talk about nervous. We'll get to that later. Jesus Christ. Basher, aka War Machine.
Oh, Don Cheadle, man. I forgot he was in this, honestly. I forgot to watch this again.
He's uncredited here, so let me just steal your spotlight for a second. He was uncredited for 2 reasons, both of which are up for debate. He says that with Oceans, there was some stuff that happened behind the scenes that I didn't like how it went down, so I just said take my name off it.
What?
But there's also other news articles that have said that Cheadle removed his name as a protest after contentious negotiations over his salary and credit in the film.
Oh.
So if you notice,
but he came back for 2 of them, though. Like, why would he?
He did. He did. Which is weird. I mean, he has a thick accent.
I hated that accent. It's so over the top, and I just hated that whole.
Basher's like Demolitions. He's like
he's probably the coolest character, though. Honestly,
he's
the coolest job.
Dude, wait when we get to 13. It's just.
And Brad Pitt breaking him out of like getting in jail was so fucking funny. The part where he's like talking to the other cop, he's like, "Go find Williams, will you?" And the cop's like, "Who? Just go find him, will you?
Just go fucking find him."
And he's like, "Oh, okay." Just find him.
So we got Cole, Affleck, Frank, Dell, Basher, the Amazing Yen, aka Shen Yun, fucking Chinese acrobat.
I guess he's a real acrobat guy too. Like, like the only movie he's ever done, these 3 movies, and went back to go like to the circus,
which is good. I love him.
And that scene where Clooney's like, that's not that hard to do. I could do that. And he does like that flip over, and he's like,
backflip.
Okay,
onto the other pole.
We got a grease man.
Wow, we got a grease man. We got Saul, old man Saul. I don't really know what else he's in.
Oh, you know that guy, Saul. He's actually, you remember in Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio's dad. That's his dad. Saul is actually that guy's dad. So Rob Reiner, he plays Leonardo DiCaprio's dad. This Saul, the guy who plays Saul, is his dad.
No way.
Yeah.
No, that's
he just died.
Guy.
He just died this year, actually.
What?
He died recently. Yeah.
No way. That can't be the same guy. I'm
No. Like I'm saying, Saul. That he's the other guy's dad. He's He's not Leo's dad. He's the guy who plays Leo's dad's dad.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I get you. Okay, I remember that now.
In that scene, though, before they get to Saul, like what? And George Clooney asks Brad Pitt, he's like, "What about Saul?" And then Brad Pitt's like, "No, do it." George Clooney's like, "You could ask him." And Brad Pitt's like, "Hey, I could ask him."
Hey, I could ask him in the car.
Their chemistry is just so good. He's like, "Hey."
Oh yeah, we go back to when we get met with the twins or the brothers.
Yeah,
and they're both at the race car track.
Yeah. He's like, "Go! You're like a little girl. Just go."
They got the little RC car racing the exact same upscaled
Yeah.
model
The
of
monster truck.
the monster truck. You got Cole driving, and he just runs it the fuck over. That was great. And to round it out, we have Linus, aka the Martian,
Matt
aka
Damon, dude.
Matty Damon.
What another just hard hitter to get in this movie. What a fucking.
Mhm.
But yeah, the scene he gets introduced in though, that fucking I hate that. Like the shittiest slow motion ever.
It's because they're compensating for not having enough fucking frames.
I don't know if
It's
you know
just
this fact though, but Matt Damon's part as Linus Caldwell, the pit pocket, was meant for Mark Wahlberg, but instead he turned it down in order to star in Planet of the Apes, Tim Burton movie, which I'm not mad at. I don't like that.
I prefer that Planet. That's the only Planet of the Apes I really like sat through and watched and cared about.
Yeah, because they had like practical like suits for
Mhm.
the apes, which is pretty cool. They look really good actually.
Dude, and when he came back to Earth, that was just
Oh yeah, it was
almost like
fucked up.
that
With
was
the
scary
Abraham
in its
Lincoln.
own way. That was just so scary. I was like, what the fuck?
That did freak me out as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, it really freaked me out. So there you go. That's the team, including Rusty and Danny Ocean. That's Ocean's 11 right there.
Yep.
That's
at some
that's
point,
the Avengers.
At some point, they have they play that Elvis song, that a little less conversation, a little more action, please. And I'm like, yo, this song is a fucking slap. A little less conversation. It's a remix, too. I'm like, yo, this song fucking slaps.
I love it. I wrote here, I love the way Russ doesn't say shit, and Ocean just finishes his thoughts like a one-way conversation.
He's like laying down.
Mhm.
He's like, I think we need a sixth guy. We need a sixth guy, don't we?
Yeah.
I'll get a sixth guy.
All right, we'll get it. And then it cuts to Linus.
Yeah.
And that's when we meet Linus and their whole Danny and Linus pickpocket scene. It's forgettable. Whatever.
Yeah, he is. He's on the team. That's all.
Can we talk about that food spread that Reese
Oh
placed
my
real quick?
god! Yes.
When they're all
Please
meeting
do.
up.
Please do.
Come on, like you just barely see it, but it's like he says, he even gives you an out. He's like, all right, we're gonna be doing this. It's highly risky, highly rewarding. If you want out, grab a handful of popcorn shrimp and dip.
Out the door. He said,
Out the
drink
door.
all you want, eat all you want, no hard feelings if you want.
Fuck
to go.
all you want, get out.
And then Saul's
But-
like, hey, Matt Damon, get your ass in the goddamn house right now.
No, it wasn't Saul. It was
What's his name? Ross's dad.
Oh my god, dude, Ruben.
Ruben.
It was
yeah.
Ruben.
Ruben's like,
Ruben.
Chicago's nice. Like it? Cool.
Get your fucking
Get your ass in the
there.
house.
So they basically give them the rundown. Ocean and Russ give them the rundown on what the heist is. They're stealing money from the vault underneath the strip, the Las Vegas Strip, underneath the Bellagio that feeds money from Bellagio, the MGM Grand, and the Mirage. So
I like
there's
how
a
they
lot of
go
fucking
over,
money in
they go
there.
over like the normal amount of money and then the money on the
Mhm.
weekends, and then they're like, but guys, on a fight night,
fight night?
165 million plus.
$150 million.
I like how one guy in the background like does a whistle, and then Brad Pitt's like, exactly.
Exactly.
He
There's some
points at
shitty
him.
graphic on the
Exactly.
scene
Yeah.
of like some video of the whole surveillance. Like, who has access to that?
2001.
What?
You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do?
Come
What are you gonna
on, what are you gonna do? I don't like how this is one of the
do? Please
best
tell me.
parts
Yes.
when they're talking, when Shen Yun is talking in Chinese.
You and
all
I,
of a
man, we're
sudden-
right here. I put that one of my favorite parts of this whole series. Every time he talks Chinese, no subtitles, and then Brad Pitt's
Russ.
like, "Oh no, that's not gonna work."
You can't do that. Nah, come on. He said, don't do that.
Everybody just understands what he's saying somehow. I love that, dude.
It gets better too. It gets better as
Yeah.
movies go on. It's amazing. They go through the steps needed to, plan this shit out. And as they're going through the steps, we get like glimpses into what is actually going down, which is kind of hard to write for a rundown because
I was about to say this is really difficult because it keeps cutting between like now
Mhm.
and then it keeps going like it keeps like time traveling to the prep of what they're doing, and I'm like, oh,
I
fuck,
know
I'm lost.
it's weird, but I kind of just like I did a rough.
Yeah, they have that
Yeah.
scene of like Bernie in the break room, like taking
Mhm.
notes on that crossword. I was like, oh, that's super cool. That's
Yeah,
really
that was
clever
first
to do.
step reconnaissance.
Right.
And then you got Bernie out there just listening in on people.
Yeah, he's just
basically.
eavesdropping, and then there's like other
Mhm.
people looking at. I think the Basher brothers are looking, or not the Basher brothers, the Mormon brothers. They're like
MacLeod brothers.
They're watching the guards and stuff, taking notes on like the times that they're going in and out and stuff. What's the guy say? He's like, 7:46. Nope, 7:45. Get a clock that works.
You said 10:44.
Yeah.
You said nope, 10:46. Get a clock that works.
Get a
okay?
clock that works. They're so good together.
Second step, power. So that's Don Cheadle's
right.
expertise there. He's the one who's always like I feel like he's always underground, or he's always like just
He's like
never
he's
in
like
a nice place.
He's like the mole in that Atlantis movie.
Oh, that's
always
right.
like digging through the shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Third, surveillance. We get that strip club scene where they pull the key or the stripper pulls the key card off the guard, and Rust is like, "Hey, why don't you say hi to your mom for me?" She's like, "Why don't you say hi to yourself? She's on in 5 minutes."
And Brad Pitt's like, "Oh, that's disgusting."
But on the inside, he's like,
I'll take 5 minutes for that, no problem.
That's a three-way waiting to happen. Her name's Charmaine Starr.
Oh, oh my God, what a callback! Whoa, holy shit! Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in fucking. I just want to put a cigarette in my mouth. Just Charmaine. I haven't heard that name in years. Heard that name in years.
I have it. I wrote it right here too. Cole and Affleck with great chemistry.
It's fantastic, man.
And then we cut to Livingston Dell doing his surveillance, where he's tapping into the servers. Remember, he's walking through the server room.
Yeah. Are we already at that part? Oh, that's right. Yeah. When he's I took a note here. I said Livingston sweating in the server room would never happen.
That's exactly what I wrote here too.
They keep those rooms so fucking cold.
Just from what you tell me.
Yeah. It would be freezing in there with the amount of servers they have. There's no goddamn way you could break.
I was like, nervous. Livingston is a nervous wreck. How the fuck is he sweating so damn much in a server room that big? It's got to be what, like 60 degrees.
All those servers would be dead if it was that hot in there. It would not work. But
he's attaching these remote like video,
which is pretty cool. Yeah, he's like things. I don't even know what he's doing, but yeah.
Where was he holding them all? He had like 3 of them. Anyways, he almost gets almost gets made, and that's whatever. Then we get to the last step, building a whole damn recreation of the fucking vault. How much is this costing? I think they're in a warehouse.
Yeah, at the end, I remember at the end of the movie when they showed Saul again, I was like, what the fuck does Saul do? Oh, he's just the guy like fronting the money for all this, I think, because he didn't do shit other than just like smoke cigars and walk
Saul.
around. Not Saul. Fuck, I keep fucking forgetting.
Come on, you're getting the old guys mixed up.
Ruben. But I think you did I don't know if this is coming up, but Bernie Mac getting the van from that guy when he's like,
I put that right here. I got that right here. It's after.
Okay. Yeah.
So he got so they make a prop on a movie set.
They do, yeah. It's a set within a set.
Some Inception bullshit.
Set Inception.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how they're just like. And you get that little scene where fucking Shen Yun's doing the basket carrying.
Oh yeah, with all the paint cans. Yeah.
The paint. Anyways, and then you get Frank.
A 1-for-1 scale. Yeah.
You get the fucking MacLeod brothers bouncing on the back end.
They're just doing that.
Being kids, dude. Being kids.
So fucking funny when they're doing that shit.
I love how Frank too, when he's buying like the van, he's like 18.5. All right, nice to meet you. What was your name again? And he goes to shake his hand, and he's just
fucking. You could see like the white around the guy's hand, just like getting fucking harder and harder.
Like, well, if you pay cash, I can drop it down to 16.
And then he's like, "You put lotion on? You know what I use? I use aloe vera, but I had aloe vera." And he's like, "I had to stop using it because it was messing with my extracurricular activities, if you know what I mean." It's so fucking good, man. But Bernie Mac, you know what Bernie Mac reminds me of? He reminds me of Tyrese in the Fast and the Furious series. Kind of like how he could just talk his way like into anything, and just like the super charming guy, you know.
Just not as cringy.
No, yeah, Bernie Mac is way better than Tyrese.
Yeah, Bernie Mac is never cringy.
I can hear Bernie Mac talk all day, man. I love the way.
I love the way he talks. I love the way he laughs, dude. I mean,
when he
if you ever
when,
get,
he,
if you
when he
guys
lowers
ever
the
get a
price.
chance,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
oh, if you guys ever get a chance, Kings of Comedy,
Oh my god,
Kings of Comedy.
he
If you
had
can watch that,
one
if
of
you
the
can get your
fucking
hands on it.
funniest sets I've ever seen.
Oh my God, Bernie Mac. It has
So
Cedric the
fucking
Entertainer. It has the guy from
Steve
fucking-
Harvey,
Steve, yeah, the guy that
DL
was
Hewley
Family
as
Feud.
well.
DL Hewley and Steve
Yeah.
Harvey. Yep.
Dude, it's one of the greatest comedy specials ever. You know what's even better is the crowd too. Whenever they cut to the crowd, people are
yes.
fucking like falling on the ground and like jumping and like fucking grabbing each other and shit. I'm like, this is the greatest comedy show ever, guys. But yeah, back to that Bernie Mac scene when he's like grabbing his hand when he did that. I could do it for 15,000, and he's like, no. You do that for me.
You do.
But yeah, Bernie Mac's like, no, you do that for me.
Yeah,
they told me to
right
come
now.
to you. Yeah, he's like, they told me to come to you, man. I'm like, God, he's so good.
They told me to go.
They
Dude,
told
he
me you were
played
good.
that so well. I love it. We after that, so he gets the van. You'll see why the van is important later. Saul gets fitted, and he basically puts Danny Ocean in his place. He's saying, "Hey, Danny," or Danny comes up to him. He sees a little concerned look on Saul's face, and he's like, "Hey, are you ready for this?
Yeah, you
you
ready
can always
for
leave." He said, "Don't you ever fucking ask me."
I like
that
this
shit
because he
again, or
calls
I'll
him. He
have your
says,
dick down."
Daniel, if you ever ask
Dan-
me that again, you know what I'm saying? I'll fucking give you one of these right to your fucking neck, okay?
He said, "You see this?" And he pulls out a gun. No. He's a method actor, and I love it because he's playing a guy named fucking.
Yeah, I don't know what
Sorta,
kind of
Sorta
accent you're supposed
something.
to have, but it was atrocious.
We'll get to
as
that.
well. And we get to
wait.
Julia Roberts, I think.
No. We get the rundown on Benedict and his routine about how he's so involved. in
Oh,
his
there we go.
casino
Yeah, with
and how-
Linus. That's Linus.
which is important because he's tailing him.
He's like a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine. 7 a.m. on the dot. He's on the casino floor getting a portfolio, just saying, all right, what's the take? What's this? What's going on here?
In his fresh
Ooh, my-
suits, too. Fresh. God, my
Fresh.
goodness. Smoking cigars.
Dude, you see
and
the
shit.
lines in his hair? Oh,
That's
dude,
what I'm saying, man. That
so
fucking-
nice. So nice. Then,
Gotta get
yeah,
that.
we meet the curator of his art of Terry Benedict's art, aka Aaron Brockovich, Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, by the way, she's one of those for me. Like, you remember in The Office how they were trying to decide if Hilary Swank is hot or not?
Mhm.
Julia Roberts is that for me. Like, is she hot?
Oh,
I
really?
don't know. I can't. Do you think she's hot? She's definitely not ugly. I'll say that. She's definitely not ugly, but I don't know.
That's
se,
true.
you know
Yeah,
what
she's
I'm
definitely not ugly. No, I agree with you there. And I feel like Hilary Swank was the perfect example there
Yeah.
that they used because I can't really tell sometimes.
I think, yeah, Julia Roberts is better than Hilary Swank, but still on that same kind of spectrum. Like, tipping hot, but
God, I hope they're not listening right now. No, I hope they are. Julia Roberts.
what a
she's great.
boring ass
I
job
love
she
her.
has, Julia Roberts, in this. She's just like working in an art gallery, just waiting for people to
Yeah.
just walk by, I guess. Fucking. sad job.
She's the curator. He goes. She gets cock blocked by the man himself, Terry Benedict.
Right.
And he's like, in my casinos, someone's always watching.
That was all.
Always watching. Turns out, guess what? That's fucking Danny Ocean's ex-wife.
Oh, yeah. Tess.
Tesseract, for short.
Full name Tesseract.
Now we got more on the line here because it's not just about the heist, it's about the girl. And of course, it's got to be about the girl too, right?
Oh,
gotta
right.
be.
Because, yeah, Linus was like, this is the best part of my day right here. And then
Mhm.
Brad Pitt with his fucking shrimp cocktail.
Dude.
And like, he has a napkin over his shoulder. It's the best. He's just holding his shrimp cocktail napkin over, just fucking walks
Dude,
around.
the
with
look
shrimp
on Russ'
cocktail.
face too, it was perfect because he was
Yeah.
like, that's that oh shit.
Yeah,
We know
he's
this person
tough.
face. You already knew it.
Her name's Tess.
Tess.
What a great line.
Now we get Saul playing Zerga, who's a businessman from Europe. And he meets with, he's playing at a high rollers table and he meets with Terry Benedict, who asks to see him privately. And he says he's got a briefcase coming that's very, very valuable to him that he needs locked up safely.
All right. Not in the house safe.
Not in the house safe.
The vault.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. we're at dinner in a nice restaurant, and we see Tess sitting at a table, and Danny Ocean comes up, and this is where they meet.
Does he like grab her?
This is where we meet them. Yeah. She's like, "You're 30 seconds late." She thought she was talking to Terry Benedict. I was about to send the whole squad. It's Danny Ocean. She's like, "Pull down your pants right now." Right here.
Does his belt.
She's She says she's with Terry, but probably only for that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, you know, like that part when George Clooney was like,
"Dude,
can I get a whiskey?"
Yes, I was about to say,
Whiskey,
what the fuck?
Whiskey.
To this day, I'm like, I don't understand this drink order, but I think what it is a double whiskey he's ordering. He does the whiskey, the big whiskey, and then the little whiskey. I think it's just a double, but I've always, ever since I watched it, I was like, fuck it. They were gonna bring out two drinks. No, it's just that one.
I know. I thought the little whiskey was for her.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, but I think it's just double whiskey. That's the way
he
cool guys
comes-
order it. I want to do that next time I go
Drinking
to a
whiskey
bar.
on the rocks.
Whiskey looks so cool, dude.
He does, dude.
Whiskey.
I love that whiskey. Looks very sweet. Now, after that, we get Terry Benedict who shows up. So we got a devil's three-way here.
Terry's like,
Julia.
I didn't know there was a third. Okay, here we
He
go.
said, "All right, this is fun, huh?" But Terry, he does his homework. This man is meticulous. He knows everything about Danny. He was like, "Oh, you just got out of prison, huh?" "Yeah. What are you doing here?" No. Sit down.
Looney
Like
looks
Chris
so
Hansen.
fucking good.
Yeah, he's great, and he just plays. He's just, like I said, he exudes that confidence. Like it's fine no matter what situation he's in.
If I was Julia
It's
Roberts,
fine.
I'd pull a Ron Swanson. I would just wipe the table, just fucking. I'm gonna crawl on top. He just wipes everything off.
with Tammy when they're just backing in the restaurant.
Just get on top of the table and it's like tipping over and shit. I would have done that with George for sure.
Oh god, dude. So after that whole scene, Danny leaves.
I like when they leave too. Yeah, and he's like, he doesn't even say bye to Terry. He's just
Terry. Basher comes in this next scene. Basher comes in with his knickers in a bunch about some shit. You know, they're apparently they're fixing a problem that he was looking to exploit later on about the electrical, about the I don't know, something about the electrical. This happened after they demoed one of the buildings. Actually, it was one of Ruben's buildings.
Yeah, they said
demoed.
that in the beginning where he got his casino from or Terry took his casino from Ruben, and he's just
I forgot to mention
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's why he has beef with.
Right.
That's why Ruben has
That's
beef
why he
with Terry
agreed.
Benedict. He basically pushed him out. Is blowing up one of his casinos to make way for one of his.
Ruben will never learn, huh? 'Cause remember in the third movie,
never learn.
no spoilers, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, goddamn. So he's complaining about that shit. He says a whole lot of technical terms that I don't really understand, but I did understand. He says we need a pinch.
A pinch.
And which is an EMP device. It's used to pinch or cut off like electronics, basically. You know what an EMP device. Everybody's played Call of Duty. Come on.
Electromagnetic pulse. Go watch The Matrix. Stupid fucks.
It's to short electronics. They need a big one because they're trying to shut down Vegas here.
Oh yeah, they're trying to shut down the whole city.
Then we get the whole scene of them at this California Science Institute where Linus just taking it upon himself. Dude, that whole
how about the Malloy brothers playing the 21 Questions where he's like, are you a man? Are you alive? Evil Knievel. He's like, shit, yeah. The other guy's like, oh, shit.
Touching you. I'm not touching you. Get your hair in my face. And then they fucking start brawling.
They're so good. And then Matt Damon just walks out. He's like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this. I like how, remember when they open the door and they see Matt Damon crash out of or throw shit out the window, and then you hear Shen Yun talk about some shit in Chinese. They all look around.
Like George Clooney's face. He looks and he's like, the fuck? All right. It's just like, okay.
Right, let's go get him.
Back it up.
So they steal this giant EMP device. It's giant. It looks cool.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It looks pretty
cool.
I don't even know if this thing's real, but
yeah, I doubt it. It looks cool though. Then they get back to the hotel in Vegas. There's just like no time going in between here. They're going back from California to
Yeah,
Vegas.
I
Vegas
know.
to
These
California.
travel
So
times.
crazy.
He had to go all the way to the East Coast to get Matt Damon, by the way. So I'm like, how long is that gonna take?
Yeah, I know. He's like,
And they were in
and
San Diego when they got Shen Yun too. You didn't
oh,
notice,
that's right.
I was like, where the fuck
Right.
is that?
I love how that
don't
name
even know
sticks
where that
because
is.
I kept putting I kept putting Shen Yun up here in here. So they steal it from some California Science Institute. Immediately once they get back to the hotel in Vegas, Ocean gets a red card, or he gets red flagged.
Oh,
He gets
right.
that. You know, now he's out. He's out because it's become basically anytime he steps foot onto a casino floor, he's getting flagged as
Benedict's gonna know.
a person of interest. Then, god damn it, this is where it gets meaty. We hear the beautiful voice of Jim Lampley.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking
Yeah.
ringside.
Man, I miss
At the
Jim.
fight.
God damn.
By the way, this is the fight that they're talking about that the $160 million plus is going to be in that vault because they
Fight
have to
night.
keep enough money in the vault to cover all
Oh.
the bets
Right.
that are being placed. So, how they do that is they keep an X amount in the vault, and there's the most in the vault on a big fight night at the MGM Grand, which is So I
It's
forgot
a
who was
weekend,
fighting.
and
Anyways.
it was Lennox Lewis and Vladimir Klitschko, which they never actually fought.
Oh, shit.
Actually, Lennox fought Klitschko's brother though.
Oh, interesting.
Vladimir Klitschko. That's that's Mr. Panettiere.
I don't think
It
so
used
anymore,
to be, yeah,
huh?
it used to be.
Yeah, it
X.
used to be. He fucked up. Big
He
time.
did. He really did.
Quite destroyed.
She
it.
is so
Jesus
fire.
Christ.
I know.
So
God,
smart.
she's like a little
God.
doll compared to him.
Like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
He is so mad.
Wait, no, the opposite. Like throwing a hallway down a hot dog. What?
He is so massive.
Oh,
She's tiny.
God.
That tiny little person.
It's the start of the end here. It's the beginning of the end.
The night of the heist.
This is what they call like what the third act.
This
This
is
is where it gets meaty.
pretty much the fourth act. No, yeah, third
Fourth
act.
act?
Third act because it hasn't hit the climax.
Yeah, it's getting there. Not yet.
Hasn't
Saul,
came yet.
aka Zerga, brings the briefcase to Benedict for safekeeping in the vault, and he insists that it doesn't go in the house safe because that's for peasants and grandmother's pearls.
Grandmother's
So-
pearls.
He needs that insurance because whatever's in this briefcase is very valuable, and he needs to ensure that it's kept safe. Mind you, he's playing a part here. He's playing a European businessman. So meanwhile, he's fighting an ulcer that's about to kill him. So he gets the briefcase.
Oh yeah, he's
gives
always
it
eating
to-
like those like Tums or something. I don't know what he's. Oh,
Yeah. Antacids.
Antacids.
Yeah. Keep the acid down, baby. Then we get Shen Yun getting put into a metal box.
All right.
It's the same box that they throw all the money in that they put into the vault. After that, we get Linus acting as a Nevada Gaming's Commission. I don't even know what you call it, officer.
Yeah, the commissioner.
He looks like a nerd. He acts like a nerd. It's great. He intercepts Benedict. He sells him this man, Roman Escalante, aka Frank, who you know is Bernie Mac, is
Ramon.
a liar. He is Ramon Escalante of some New York penitentiary. Or
Yeah,
some
New
shit
Penitentiary.
Like that. They discuss things in a private room. He calls him a cracker. He says he's being racist.
So you might as well call it White Jack.
Oh, that's right, White Jack.
You don't want a black man dealing cars, you might as well call it White Jack.
Then you see Linus's pickpocket techniques because earlier,
That's pretty cool.
when Benedict gets his portfolio, it's a code, or it's a key code.
Oh, he
or
gets
a
different
code,
key
right?
codes like every day or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
every day to the vault.
so they have to get it that day.
Or not to the vault, to the elevator that goes to the
Right,
vault, I
yeah.
guess, right? He pickpockets that after that was such a great stage scene right there.
Yeah.
I love it. He lifts the card from Terry. Then the twins, we cut to the twins delivering Shen Yun in the box to the vault.
You are so stupid. You forgot your
He's like,
card.
shh, calm. Just next time, remember the card.
Yeah, he's
You
like,
won't
just
have a
remember the
problem."
card. We won't have this problem. Okay.
Then we get everything's moving really fast here, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I
going.
love it.
It's
I love
going.
it.
This is the
Night
heist.
of.
We get Basher putting the van with the EMP device into place on top of a structure that's across from where all this is going down. This is going down at the Bellagio, by the way. We get Two Guys, One Ocean. We meet Tall, and then we meet Tall Baldy, aka Bruiser, who they intercept Ocean because he was seen on the
Right,
on
yeah.
the casino floor.
He got caught on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, on purpose. So he gets taken to a separate room with no cameras, so that way he can get basically beat. And we meet this guy named Bruiser, which is apparently his boy. He's like,
Sons of Anarchy headed ass.
He said, "How's the wife? Pregnant again."
Pregnant again. He's like, that happens.
He's on some Gordon Hayward shit. He's on some Philip Rivers shit.
He's like, yeah, it happens. Man. Don't worry about it.
Then we cut over to Zerga.
No! Before that, he punches George Clooney in the face, and then he's like,
yeah, that's right.
God damn it, man! Not till later. I told you. He's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Ocean.
Sounds like a retard.
He does.
It should be Ocean's 12. This guy's like a key part. He lets him leave and
he
do his thing.
Back, I think, in the third movie.
Doesn't he come? I think he's in all of them, isn't he?
You know, I don't know. Oh, maybe
Pretty sure he's in all of them.
I can't remember the second
Yeah,
one, but for sure,
he's got to be that extra ocean. He's got to be that Indian Ocean, that Arctic Ocean. You know what I'm saying? Then we cut to Zerga, who's watching the feed of them putting the briefcase in the vault, and he's about to die, dude. This guy is.
He looks like
bullets,
I don't know.
Taking antacids.
Is he acting? I don't know. He looks.
I
like
couldn't
shit.
tell either. like Jesus Christ. He basically passes out, distracting the guards from what's going on, and allows Linus's character to use the key card that he swiped to get into the elevator that goes down to the vault.
Oh yeah, and then they loop the video.
While they loop the video there. Monitors. Yep, that's very important. Linus gets through the escape hatch of the elevator where, surprise, surprise, Danny Ocean is waiting for him. And by the way, fun fact, not so fun for me, that is so fake. I work on elevators for a living.
Oh, that
escape hatch is not real. There is an escape hatch,
real?
but you can't access it from inside the elevator.
Then what's the point of the escape hatch?
I know.
So
you can only access it.
What you're saying is we're totally fucked if we get stuck in an elevator. No escape.
Yes and no. So I'll leave that. There you go. Yeah, next time you scream in an elevator, I'm listening.
Kind of scary.
Yeah, Ocean's there to greet him. What's his face? God damn it, what's his face? Linus, he had a briefcase and that had all his like rappel gear in it, apparently, because they went into the car top and they were gonna rappel down to the bottom floor where the vault is.
Where the vault is.
But there's all these fucking lasers. You can see the lasers cool. in that video montage when they were explaining the heist back in the beginning of the movie. It's kind of stupid. And here we get Rust playing Doctor with the worst wig I've ever seen.
Well, that wig, by the way, a little fun fact here, that wig is the wig that they used in Austin Powers. That was like his little, like, I think it was one of the rehearsal wigs. It wasn't the actual wig, but it's an Austin Powers wig.
Dude, that's great.
This is him.
Rust playing Doctor, and the twins are playing the EMTs.
These guys are everywhere. How do they not? How do they not notice them with all the cameras they have? Like, hey, weren't you just like wearing a fucking red suit?
No, you know why? It's because they're white.
Yeah, they're just normal white guys.
They're just like, they just look generic. Come on. Rusty playing Doctor, and the twins playing EMT. They basically call Saul's death. This is all inside job, if you haven't noticed by now.
And he kisses Saul,
Ocean,
and he's just like,
yeah,
his
mouth.
Yeah.
Comes up with like all this nasty.
Oh gosh, all the antacids, just like. Oh.
Ocean and Linus are rappelling down the long shaft, and Basher activates the EMP device that shuts down the power all of Las Vegas. It was actually a pretty cool scene.
Yeah,
he's like standing there with the switch, and he covers his nuts just in case. The power goes out across Vegas, and all hell ensues. The fight goes dark. all the casino games go dark, everything's going dark, and people are just losing their freaking minds. I would too if I was in Vegas and that shit. I'm grabbing chips.
I know, dude. They didn't show that. Yeah,
chips, bro.
in the casino. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grabbing chips and tips. Okay. Ocean and Linus smoke out the guards in front of the vault that are hanging out in front
Oh
of the
yeah, I
vault.
like how they slide that little thing.
Yeah, that little hockey puck
Yeah.
that pops up and they get the smoke and they get knocked out. In front of the vault, while Shen Yun makes his way out of the metal box that's inside the vault that the twins brought to the vault earlier. There's inside Zerga's briefcase, Saul's briefcase, were these emeralds, or they look like emeralds, and they're basically charges like C4 that Shen Yun plants on the inside of the vault doors, and then he detonates them. Fucking vault opens, they blow it, they're in. What do I got here?
This is where it gets real confusing.
Yeah, this is very confusing here because we got so much cash.
You're going back and forth.
Yeah, we got Rusty and Eggs Benedict speaking on the phone. Because Danny Ocean, he slipped the phone into Tess's pocket when they were meeting. I don't. Anyways.
Yeah, it's when he's
so
like, "I gotta say
confusing.
goodbye," and it gives her a little.
That's right.
Little peck, and then he like slides it in his pocket.
Dude, these heist movies are hard to keep up with. But that's why they're so good. We're probably butchering the fuck out of it, but it's all good.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Benedict, he got basically. He's on the phone with Rusty saying like, "Hey, check your feed again.
Check your monitors."
And then they break the loop, and you see how there's guards that are passed out. The vault, you see them packaging money up into like these bags with X's on it. And the ultimatum is set. He either loses all his money publicly, or only half.
Right.
Well, 80 million's in the vault, and 80 million is being taken out into a white van by his own guards. And the white van is hanging out outside. Meanwhile, while the white van is there getting loaded up, a SWAT team pulls up because Benedict told his casino manager,
right behind them.
Right behind him.
Yeah. Not sketchy at all.
Because they have charges set in the money bags, so if they even get a whiff of the cops, they fucking won't. Benedict calls the cops. SWAT shows up. Before the money is in an unmarked white van. The SWAT move in. SWAT team moves in. Benedict's
pop the tires.
Has been blown up in the process. When they're, you hear all the, we got him. There's somebody on the ground. He's moving.
Love that.
Moving. Get him. And you distinct.
Oh yeah, because he's listening over the radio. Yeah, Benedict is talking to the cops and shit. As the SWAT
team is storming the vault. Are you keeping up with me here?
I'm trying. This is hard. This last part is difficult.
Yeah, the SWAT shows up. Not for the money is sent away. They move in. Benedict's half gets blown up in the process of the SWAT taking back the vault.
And they showed like the video of like the SWAT team moving into the vault and it's all blown up.
The van is then intercepted at McCarran Airport, which is a real airport, by the way, if you didn't know.
Nice
in Vegas.
Shoot the tires.
They shoot the tires out. Wait. Turns out it's a Tesla self-driving van. It's being remote controlled. There's nobody in the van, just the bags in the back. The van gets blown up, but there's no money in the bags.
Oh, like those
bags,
those naked girl cards that they give out.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Every man
Everybody
has been given one of those by a whore on the streets.
That was like one of my first like porno things I ever had in my life.
Same here. Dude, my mom slapped it out of my hand one time. I loved it. There's no money in the bags. This is where it really gets fucking interesting. Because the vault robbery was staged earlier.
Oh, I like this part when Benedict's standing in the vault. He's like, and he like looks at the ground and he looks at the logo and he's like, wait a minute, it's all staged.
He's like, "What does it say?" What or does it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
on the video? He's asking his casino manager, "Look at the video feed. What does it say?" Because he's looking at the looped
Does
video.
it say
that
MGM Grand or whatever on there?
No, it says, does it say Bellagio on the floor?
Bellagio, yeah.
Because they just had that painted like a few days ago, and so it wasn't in the video feed. And
Oh, because they didn't know. Yeah.
So the
all
SWAT team,
staged.
yeah, the vault robbery was staged. Where did the money go? It turns out the SWAT team was Russ.
So cool.
Saul, all the boys, they all come in. They're bringing the money out. They're in the SWAT
When
van.
Saul's like going down the rope, he's all fucking sweaty.
They bagged with the money.
I love this
and
part
left
though when they're like talking on the radio. It's like, oh, we got 2 guards down right here, and then he like throws the can in there. He's like, guys, we got guys here, and he starts like just shooting like just random shit in the air. Yeah, and then they can see, and they look in the vault. You can see George Clooney and Matt Damon and Shen Yun just like sitting there like, what's up, guys? And then they cut the lights out.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good because it was all an inside job within an inside job.
Fantastic.
You think you know it, and then you don't.
They bamboozle you like 3 times in this scene.
All of them. It's so good. That fake raid is so good. Benedict finally confronts Ocean, who's back in the room, who made his way back into the room with Bruiser, getting his ass beat, for show. Which, like, I feel like he should have been more fucked up.
I know.
Like,
get some like fake blood or something.
Come on.
Get like a real black eye.
There you
Commit
go.
to
Wait,
it.
what? Black eye.
A black eye.
Okay. Don Cheadle is black. How dare you? Then we get a whole conversation between Danny or Ocean and Terry Benedict walking down the hall.
Oh yeah.
Saying like, "Hey, Terry, I'll make you a deal. If you give up Tess, you get rid of Tess, and I'll give you your money." He was like, "Fine, fuck it, I'll do it."
Fucker.
Next thing you know, fucking what's her face is listening.
She sucks as the art curator, anyways. Get her out of my face.
She hits him with the one-liner. She's like, "Someone's always watching the casino. You should know that." And then he fucking drops the mic and walks away. She hits him with the one-liner and says, "Deuce's mother shit."
Deuce's mother shit. What was there another part where I think Terry's like talking on the phone with I don't know if it's Brad Pitt or whatever. I have one thing of advice for you. Run.
Oh,
run. Don't look back, because I will find you.
He said, "And if you get caught buying a $100,000 car, I hope you don't, because I want to be the one to find you."
Oh, that's when Brad Pitt runs into Tess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I didn't write that down. Anyways, Danny Ocean, he gets sent back to prison for breaking his parole for being out of state, which I feel like 3 to 6 months isn't
No problem. Vacation, you know what I'm saying?
It's not even a lot. Yeah.
Then
3 to 6 months later, we get Danny coming out of prison in his.
Before that, we get the most iconic scene here. We get the fountain scene where the rest of the crew without George Clooney just watching the fountain, and you can hear the classical music playing in the background with no noise. It's just the music, and it's the most Vegas shit I've ever seen, and I love it. I think about this scene every time I go to. Even though I've never seen that Bellagio fountain show ever. I've been how many times? Never seen the actual show, but I always have to think about that scene every time I go.
Nostalgic, because you go there and then you feel like, wow, I'm in the movie.
Yeah, seriously. Like, it feels like you're in the movie every time I go. I think about the movie every single time I go to Vegas.
Except I don't know how the fuck they're not sweating their asses. They gotta be doing this in the wintertime.
Those suits, oh my god. They're wearing suits in every scene. George Clooney and Brad Pitt. I'm like, oh my god, how?
And again, they're also skinny, so it's just like,
it's true. They didn't just hit the buffet for 3 days in a row like we usually do. But yeah, the movie I think should have ended right at that fountain scene. It could have just cut to black and it would have been fine. I didn't need to see George Clooney coming out of prison. They could have just saved that for the beginning of the next movie.
They pick him up with booty call in the backseat, Tess, and I think they got an old Ford or Chevy.
Oh, piece of shit car, or whatever that is. And then George Clooney's like, "You got $13 million. You're still driving this shit." But that's the end of the movie, man. That's the end of Ocean's 11, everybody. Final thoughts of this movie, Myles.
Man. It was just as good as I remember it.
That's such an amazing, fun time to watch. It's always like, just like put it on the background. It doesn't really matter, it's always fun to watch. Or you sit down and give it your. I think it's the best heist movie of all time, other than maybe Heat. But spoilers, there's no happy ending in Heat like there is in this. I think this movie's way better than that. And the writing is just so clever in this movie. The acting is even better. And I recommend it to anybody who likes heist movies in general. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, it really did. I really wish I had watched it when I was younger, but I watched it when I was older, and I got to appreciate it more because of like being able to understand. I feel like I would have got lost in
That
the
whole
sauce,
last part, yeah, you got to be really invested
Yeah.
to understand all of that, like what happened. Yeah, it's so
My
good.
attention span when I was younger was like this small. Like, I wouldn't be able to pay attention long enough to fucking
true.
know what's going on. I wouldn't know these people's names. I wouldn't have figured out Danny Ocean was Ocean's 11 until like the end of the movie, probably.
I'd be kind of offended. I'm like, why is it gonna be Ocean's 11? Why can't
Yeah.
it be Rusty's 11?
Rusty's 11.
Bernie Mac's 11, whatever his name was.
Frank 11.
Frank's 11.
Frank's red hot.
But yeah, the next movie is gonna be Ocean's 12, which, in my opinion, was the weakest in this whole series. But I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I haven't seen it in a long time. So
Yeah, we get the Fox in this one.
Yeah.
We get
Catherine Zeta-Jones, dude. She dips beneath lasers.
Catherine Zeta. We gotta play that soundbite like.
She dips beneath lasers.
Whoa.
Myles, why don't you give them the plugs of where they could find our podcast, and we are out of here for today.
How about Sorta Interesting Podcast, sortainteresting.com for you bitches. That's where you can find the podcast that you're listening to right now and our back catalog of all podcasts of the past. sortainteresting.com/Patreon or patreon.com/sortainteresting. Either one works because it'll link you to either one.
Patreon.com/sortainteresting. If you do not donate at least $1, I am going to send Myles to your house. He's going to take all of your controllers, flush them down the toilet, and you can never use your TVs ever again. So, how about that?
Oh, I thought gaming controllers. I was gonna say the Xbox controller is kind of hard to fit
all
down.
of your remotes, even those.
Taking some meaty turds.
Flush them.
Trust me, but I don't know about a controller. Flush them? How about I just piss all over them? That way
you go.
How about I just break into your house and I add shit so that way you don't even realize what's
gonna happen if you don't
drives
give-
you insane, and then you break up with your boyfriend because
Exactly.
he hates you, and then you break up with your girlfriend because she hates you because you're living a double life. That's what I'll do.
It's gonna happen if you don't donate at least $1 to patreon.com/sorting.
This is fun. Let's do it again.
Our very first video podcast, man. There's a little hiccups here and there. I don't know why my video went out for a bit there, but yeah, we'll be back. We just talk about it live right now. Did you get my text about what we could possibly do?
I always get your texts. I just don't respond because I'm shit.
I was saying, we'll just discuss it here live on the video. Since it is October coming up soon, why don't we start some monster movies? We could interchange every week. So this week will be
Maybe
Oceans.
monster movies that we both love together.
Next week we could do The Mummy. What do you think about that? And then
I love it.
the week after that we'll do Ocean's 12, and then after that we'll do. Let me list the monster movies that I had in mind here. I had The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, Van Helsing, and
Van Helsing.
Constantine.
If you,
I knew you'd love Van Helsing.
I don't know about Constantine because that just seems like.
Yeah, I don't know about Constantine. We could just do The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, and Van Helsing. Constantine, I just kind of threw up in there, but
we could throw like I don't know. We'll throw like a scary movie in there too.
they have.
Just
So
for the fuck of
I
it.
was also. They have the Tom Cruise Mummy. I don't know if you want to do that one. That is part of like that universe. Or they have
What about
they have that Dracula movie, that new one.
the one. How about the one with Tom Cruise as a vampire?
Interview with the Vampire. Dude, this got Antonio Banderas and Brad Pitt too.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst. But yeah, I mean, I'll just throw it out there. It doesn't matter. We could do it. We don't have to do it. But I just thought it's Halloween coming up soon. It's going to be October. Why not throw in some monster movies? We could just interchange them, mix it up a little bit. Doesn't always have to be, the Ocean series in
I'm
concurrence.
in for Van Helsing.
What about the Mummy movies?
Oh yeah, of course.
The
Yeah,
Mummy
those
movie.
two. Oh, just the Mummy and
we'll
Mummy
see.
Returns.
Yeah.
Not
No. Yeah, just Mummy Returns. Third one, get it out of my face. Never existed. Get it out of here.
yeah. It's like Ocean's 8. Get it out of my face and never.
Yeah, get that out of here
That's
too.
why we're not. That's why we're not doing it.
So I guess next week we can announce we're gonna be doing the Mummy, and then the week
Mummy.
after that we'll get back to the Ocean series. But very excited. No URL for YouTube yet. We're still working on that. There's all kinds of hoops you got to jump through. So if you get on YouTube, want to search for our video, just look up Sorta Interesting. You can find our channel there. This is gonna be on there. Our very first video. But I guess that's it. Everybody.
Yeah, you find you get linked to the podcast, and then you get linked to the YouTube, and then then you get linked to the Patreon, and next thing you know, we're working from home.
Oh God, imagine just podcasting full time, Myles. Can you imagine? We're just doing this full time. Oh my,
I love it.
it's the dream. I know, if I'm telling you, Patreon.com/sortainteresting. Give $1 at least.
Help a hungry family in need.
You feed Myles Darling for at least $1. All right, everybody. Have an interesting day.